Hey everybody, just your wonderful calculus teacher joining you from the grand city of Tomball, Texas. Really miss all of you, and I trust all of you are healthy and are safe, and I can't wait to get back there and continue our explorations together. Your test will consist of two parts. It will be multiple choice and free response. You will take your multiple choice part first, then you will take your free response. My goal is to shoot for around 50 minutes of total testing time. So given the entire block period, my hope is that you will have plenty of excess time to complete the exam. If you want to write this down, I encourage you to do so, but I also want to just take a real quick moment to go through the topics on your exam. So your exam is going to cover, in essence, sections 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2.1, and 2.2. The topics on there include limits, one-sided limits, overall limits, and of course looking at limits, one-sided limits numerically, graphically, and algebraically. Make sure that you can do all three of those. Make sure that when you're taking the exam that you pay close attention to, if I give you a limit, how you are to solve the limit. I also, you need to understand the definition of continuity, how to recognize when a function is continuous or is not continuous, and you need to be able to correctly answer a question with regards to continuity and justify if something is or is not continuous. You need to be able to tell me the three basic types of discontinuities, and there are two technical names. Just be ready for those. You might hear those two names, of course, being non-removable and removable discontinuities. Make sure that you can understand the features of a graph that give something like that, and the types of places when you look at an algebraic function like 0 over 0 or some number divided by 0, what type of discontinuity that will yield you. What are the only types of functions that can give you a jump discontinuity. So know the answer to those questions. Be ready to be able to handle those questions. A big one for students is piecewise functions. Sometimes they feel uncomfortable, so make sure you brush up on those if you need to, piecewise functions. And that launches us into this whole idea of a distance versus time graph. What does velocity represent on that graph, being the slope of the function at any given point? And of course, that brings us to the derivative at a point. So know what the derivative is, and make sure that you understand all of the different names and ways in which we describe that idea of the derivative at a point. So I'm talking about the slope of the tangent line at a point on a graph, the instantaneous rate of change, the instantaneous velocity, all of those, right? But the same thing must be true for average rate of change. So you need to also be able to do average rate of change, recognize when to use the average rate of change, aka the slope formula, aka delta y over delta x. All of those types of things are things that you need to be able to do for your test. I think that pretty much covers it all. If you need me, please use the Remind app to get a hold of me. It's the best way right now while I'm out with this whole COVID mess, but I do encourage all of y'all to practice social distancing, be using hand sanitizer as often as you can. God bless and keep y'all. Can't wait to see y'all again. Should be back Tuesday of next week if the Lord will be willing, but in any case, y'all take care. Bye.